Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars, taking on Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers.
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Lance now on first down. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And that's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man right side is Shark. Touchdown! DJ Shark, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jags on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. Throwing on first down is Lance. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Here's Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. Lance finding Kittle, first down San Francisco. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. tackle. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 5. 31 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So pass interference, the call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Gold with the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Lance now on first down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact caught the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On the return, here's Agnew. A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Boy, shifts past him. And all the way down to the 29.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Now Lawrence on 1st down, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st down, Lance. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Defense.
So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. A handoff for Etienne. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll run with Etienne. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Jaguars add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Lance. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about
the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The sack by Jordan Willis. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Etienne with it. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Play action. It's Lawrence. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Etienne. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Once more, Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. Working from the gun, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first. And Lance now to throw. He's got this one complete to Sherfield.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Throwing now is Lance. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Now Lance again. Escaping the pressure right. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Mostert. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And now they'll throw with Lance. Out to it. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they'll have the football on the defense. Defensively, that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. On third down, here's ETN. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively. On second down, a run with ETN. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Going for it, here's ETN. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson, and he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. That catch good for only a couple. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to the ground with ETN. He gets away for one, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. And they'll go again with ETN. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. short, pulls it in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead will swell by one more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep running.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style.